Okay, so today we will still have functions. Oh, this time one-to-one function. At the end of this video, hopefully you can determine one-to-one function and represent real-life situation using one-to-one function. Let's recall first what is a function. A function is a relation in which every input has exactly one output. It's also a relation that assigns each element of the domain to exactly one element in the range. Again, every input, exactly one output. Each element of the domain, exactly one element in the range. So let's try. Is the given mapping diagram a function or not? Does it satisfy the condition for it to be a function? Yes, it is a function. How about this one? Is it a function? Yes, a function. How about this one? Again, is this given mapping diagram a function or not? Yes, it's not a function. Why is it it's not a function? Can you still recall? It's not a function because you have elements in your domain such as 1, 2, and 5, which is paired with elements in your range. So you have one element in your domain paired to two different y's. So those are 1, 2, and 5. This one is a function. Okay. If the given is a graph, recall what do we use for us to identify if it is a function or not? We use the vertical line test. What is the vertical line test? Vertical line test, all you have to do is draw a vertical line of the given graph. If it intersects the vertical line more than one point, then it's not a function. So here, a parabola opening upward, is it a function or not? And a parabola opening upward, function or not, using the vertical line test, it's a function. How about this graph? Using the vertical line test, obviously it's not a function. The graph of an absolute value is a V shape. Okay. So you have this graph. Is it a function or not? Yes, it's a function using the vertical line test. Same with this one. And this one, function or not, a parabola opening to the left is not a function. How about this one? A diagonal line up to the right, also still a function. We have what we call Take a look at the given diagram. So obviously, 55 at age, a male with an age of 55 and 61 has both have a 38 mg per dl good cholesterol. So this means this is not a one-to-one function. How about the second one? Is it one-to-one? Take a look at the given input, domain, and your range. Is it one-to-one? Yes, this is one-to-one. Every input has a different set of output. Okay, how about this that diagram? Is this one-to-one? Take a look. 1 is paired with A as well as 2. So, it's not one-to-one. And this one, other domain is paired with A. This is not one-to-one. Okay, if the given is a graph, how do we know if it is a one-to-one function? Earlier, we recall that if the given is a graph, to know if it is a function or not, we use vertical line test. We also have what we call a horizontal line test. What is a horizontal line test for? A horizontal line test is a test that we can use for us to identify if the given graph is a one-to-one function this time. Horizontal line test for you to identify if it is one-to-one. Vertical line test for you to identify if the given graph is a function. So take a look at this given example. So we have the function y equals x squared and y equals x cubed. So drawing a vertical line, this particular parabola intersects rather the horizontal line at 2 points. Therefore, this is not one-to-one. How about y equals x cubed? Take a look at the horizontal line, the pink line. Yes, this is a one-to-one function. Observe also the degree of the given function. So here you can see if you have an even degree, it's not a one-to-one function, but if it's an odd degree function, it's one-to-one. Okay, let's try. This time using horizontal line test, is this a one-to-one or not? One-to-one. How about this one? Parabola, not one-to-one. This one, one-to-one. Absolute value graph, a V shape, not one-to-one. So if you can recall, if we have here in your graph, so this equation of this one, y equals the absolute value of x, or f of x equals the absolute value of x. So take a look at this point. So if x is 1 and negative 1, the absolute value is 1. Same with 2 and negative 2, the absolute value is 2. So therefore, this is not a one-to-one function. This time, how will you know if the given function is one-to-one if the given is an equation? So earlier in the previous example, we've shown graph for parabola. So this is a parabola, second degree. So obviously, this is not one-to-one. Also, this one in our example. Sorry. Also, this one. So this is not one-to-one. This is absolute value. And this one, this is one-to-one. The example presented. Again, the degree is odd, so this is one-to-one. This one also, the degree is odd, so it's 1. So this is one-to-one. We can show this one by substituting the function. We have to show that f of x sub 1 is equal to f of x sub 2. So that is 2x sub 1 minus 3. 2x sub 1 sub 2 minus 3. So this one will be cancelled out. We have 2x sub 1 equals 2x sub 2, dividing both sides by 2x sub 1 is equal to x sub 2. So this is a one-to-one function. So that's it for one-to-one function and representation of one-to-one function. Again, when do we have a one-to-one function? Every input, you have a different, exactly different output. So that's one-to-one function. As in, one element of your domain is paired exactly to one element in your range. So that's it for one-to-one.